Three other games were played this weekend, even though we have focused almost exclusively on Eagles-Bears. The other game on Sunday, Chargers-Ravens, 23-17, LA wins in Baltimore, running their record when playing away from Los Angeles this year to 9-0 because they had that playoff win. They had 7 road wins away from LA. They had one of the road games in the Coliseum. They had a home game in London. So the Chargers have no problem getting on a plane and traveling somewhere and winning football games. They'll do it again this weekend when they go to New England. But Chris, we've now seen a team get a second crack at the Ravens throwback offense. Yeah. And that second time around, they were able to shut down Lamar Jackson. They went with 7 defensive backs the entire game. Lamar Jackson was stymied through 3 quarters. We went for a period of time in the third quarter where we thought he was going to be benched for Joe Flacco. He turned it on in the fourth quarter, but it was too little too late as the Ravens tried to pull off what would have been an incredible comeback down 23-3. Final score 23-17. The Chargers now, we've been taking them seriously all year. Do you see anything from yesterday that makes you think this isn't a team that can compete for a Super Bowl?
No, not at all. I mean, they're one of the complete teams in the AFC, one of the most complete teams, I should say, in the AFC. I picked them to win yesterday, and I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or anything, but
Yes, you are.
My point is I picked them to win because of what I saw on film during the late last week when I went back and watched the matchup itself the first time around. And I came away from that game going, man, the Chargers didn't get pushed around like I thought they did on TV. The game unfolded the first matchup where, yes, the first few drives, the Ravens had success running the ball, but after that, it was tough sledding. And I thought that the Chargers might be able to continue that success. And we see, once again, that it's just so hard for a team that's one-dimensional to win football games in the playoffs. And even though we all had great hope that the Ravens might be able to do it, hey, Lamar Jackson still needs to improve as a pocket passer. He had a rough day yesterday. All the fumbled exchanges and things that went on early in the game, that really set up the Chargers to win the football game and really dictate the flow of the football game and how it went from there on out. But to your point, Mike, the Chargers are dangerous, and any 4 of these teams in the AFC can win this weekend and go to the Super Bowl. I think that's why it's such an awesome year from the NFL.
We had said last week that number one, the Chiefs and the Patriots are very happy the Ravens and Chargers are playing each other because one of them gets knocked out. Number two, neither the Chiefs nor the Patriots want to see the winner of that game. But if you're the Chiefs, right, is it really a better outcome to have the Colts coming to town the way that they have been playing? They've now won 10 of their last 11. They've won in Houston twice in roughly a month.
Yeah.
How? And again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here. We're going to be in Kansas City, so we have to survive there for a couple of days. I don't want to go out on a limb and say I like the Colts because I still right now think the Chiefs hold serve. So, and I am saying that for selfish interest because we do have to be there for 2 days. But if I'm the Chiefs, I don't think I want any part of this Colts team right now.
They're dangerous as any team in the playoffs right now. No confidence, right? They're young. They don't even know the situation they're in. They're just going, we're playing football, having fun. Their defense flies around. They're well coached. Eberflus has done a great job with that defense. But I think, the more important aspect and where this game gets scary for the Chiefs or anybody that plays the Colts, but especially the Chiefs are a lot like the Houston Texans, okay, where their pass defense stinks. I mean, it's horrible. And they rely on their front 4 to get pressure. And this is the worst team to play in football right now with that type of formula because the Indianapolis Colts and that O-line will give Andrew Luck all day long to throw the football. And he'll sit there and wait for T.Y. Hilton to get open and Eric Ebron to get open. And they're going to create mismatches with some of these people in the Kansas City Chiefs secondary. That's where it's going to be really dangerous. And I think that's where, this game has the chance to be that high-flying shootout. I'm not going to say like we saw with Rams Chiefs, but I wouldn't be shocked if this is 40-37 or 44-41 type of game, whatever quarterback has it last. The Colts are extremely dangerous and confident right now.
There's a history between these teams in the postseason as well. A few years ago, it was the Colts down 38-10 to the Chiefs at home.
Yeah.
And the Colts came back and won. And I recall a game when Dick Vermeil, I think, was coaching the Chiefs. Peyton Manning was the Colts quarterback. And they were having such a hard time stopping the Colts. I think they started kicking onside after they scored. You remember that?
I think
it's like, we've got no chance to stop Indianapolis, so let's just try to keep possession by doing an onside kick.
I think I do vaguely remember that, yes, and I do believe that the Colts won the game that day as well. Now, hey, this is a different team in Kansas City than years past. You know, it's a whole. I know they've had playoff home struggles and all those things, and the Colts are a good football team, but with Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, they're just different because they can put pressure on you, and even if you jump out by 14, 20 points, we've seen the Chiefs can close that gap in a hurry because of their explosive plays on offense. Sammy Watkins' health for the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be paramount for me and whether they can make a Super Bowl run, because I don't expect their defense to make a lot of stops. They are going to have to win shootout style and outscore people, and they're paying Sammy Watkins, Odell Beckham Jr. money, and they need him to come out there and play and be available for the playoffs.
Yeah, and the Chiefs have not won a home playoff game since Joe Montana was the starting quarterback, and that is a narrative that is not going to go away until they win
Who did
a home
he beat?
playoff
You remember
game.
who he beat?
Was it the Steelers?
It was. Good job. It was Steelers late touchdown.
Overtime.
Right? Yeah.
Overtime. I thought it was overtime.
I think he scored a late touchdown to tie it, and then they won in overtime, right?
I think, I may be wrong, because I often am.
Yes.
I think that was the same day the Giants and the Vikings got together in the Meadowlands on a day when it was very, very windy, and the Vikings actually got the ball to start each half and went 3 and out, and the Giants scored easy touchdowns. But that was after Phil's time, so you probably weren't at the game.
No, well, let's see. Wait, no, that was the year. That was Phil's last year, I believe. Wasn't that 93? That was the 93 wild card game. Phil was there.
Then you were there.
Yeah, he won that game and crapped all over your Minnesota Vikings, so deal with that. Yeah.
I think it was the same day, though.
Yeah.
I think it was the same day because it's, you know, those memories that linger. The old TV set that was like the tube that had the fake wooden case that was plastic, right? The big giant, it was like the centerpiece of your living room. The big giant faux wood TV set with the tube in there that wasn't HD. How did we enjoy anything on TV before HD?
Yes, how far you have come with all your nice plasma TVs you have in your TV room now.
Let's take a break. Goats of the week when PFT Live continues.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.